Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Libra.
Hi Libra, thank you for joining me for your free Tarotscope with Animal Totem card for February 2015. Okay, what do we have in store for Libra for February 2014? And I'm not going to speak as much. I don't want to do much interpreting until we get these out, because I don't want to influence the cards that are yet to come out because of talking about other things. So let's get a clear February for Libra. Okay, one more row. Oh, look at that. That's what I like to see. Okay. I was like, oh, I've never picked up a reading. Like, I've never like, oh, this is a bad reading, I'm gonna pick it up and throw another. They'll never know. I never do that. I read the cards that come out. And this isn't an all bad reading, but it feels frustrating. I feel frustration around a lot of you guys right now. You know, the Justice is in reverse with a sword in reverse on it. The Ace of Swords is in reverse with the sword in reverse on it, you know. So, and Magician is in reverse, not a sword, but the same of the straight. And upright, these are very similar. These are about forging ahead and making your way and going down a new path and breaking out. And it's not happening. It feels like that's frustrating, right? In the midst of all this, we do have strength. And strength is always a card of hang in there, have strength, have patience. You soothe the savage beast through kindness and understanding is going to get you further than trying to, you know, force your way through it. Which isn't normally a Libra thing at all. You know, you normally don't try to force your way through anything. You're pretty harmonious and easygoing and Venusian. But the cards are saying no. And Magician in reverse is especially. It's like all the pushing in the world is not going to make it happen any quicker or exactly what you want. Magician in reverse is often about putting a square peg in a round hole, trying to force something, and not happening. You know, and High Priestess in reverse. You know, that's not a great card either. High Priestess in reverse in a personal reading. You know, if I was reading you, I would say it was definitely a female, but I guess it's the ruthless woman. And the higher meaning about High Priestess in reverse is somebody who's deceptive, who's lying, who's deceptive, who's not telling the truth, who is has ulterior motives, sneaky, behind your back, these kind of things. So, and it almost seems like this is what you're pushing so hard for. Like you want this thing, and it's almost like it's saying, believe me, you don't want this. Be careful, you know, be careful what you wish for, what you're pushing toward. Or if you're trying to push somebody, this could be like, it's not going to be revealed. They might get away with it. Like maybe somebody's saying lies about you, and maybe they're going to get away with it. And maybe you're not going to be able to, you know, triumph through because injustice is here too, injustice. So it feels like you've been treated badly or injustice, and it's put you on the guard, it's put you on the alert, and it's bringing up frustration and conflict more within you. Another thing I want to tell you, this stuff will eat you alive. It will eat you alive if you let it. So you can't do that. You can't let it eat you alive. You've got to go in a different direction. This is, I think, definitely a case of the pain pushing you until the your vision pulls you. Because what's good about this card, if you have strength, here you are. Queen of Swords, that would be the Libra. That would be the air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Also, if we use this as a timing factor, this could say while the sun is in air. So the sun is going to be in Aquarius and a fellow air sign until like the 18th. So while the sun is in air, some good developments can happen. Sun is a beautiful card. Sun is the happiness, happy, overjoyed, over the moon, shining, glowing, expressing yourself to the fullest thing that you could be, being all that you could be, just glowing, things are around you. Notice in the card she does have her back turned on it, but what I feel more about it is it's like it's shining from behind you. You're walking with this glow of energy around you, which, you know, the nodes in the astrology part of it, the transiting nodes are in Libra. So that's the nodes are a fate thing, like Saturn in astrology. So many of you, your fate is presenting itself. And if you're on the wrong path, the universe, it's going to keep hurting. You know, it could keep hurting, going the wrong way. And this is also, too, some of you it's going to be working or something. Because Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. It's like doing a job that I hate doing. That I have to work for money. Or I have to do this thing that I really don't want to do. Another thing here, too, if there's somebody that you kind of have an inkling that maybe they're lying or maybe I can't trust them, you're probably right. I'm sorry to tell you, but you probably are right. But the key is to have strength, have patience. Strength is also inner strength. She's not trying to bust through, force her way, or do anything. She's very calm. She's very centered. You catch more flies with honey than you do with the other stuff. You know, that means kill them with kindness. Be sweet. Be nice. Let your sun shine. Stay in that positive mode even. Sun is a fantastic card. I can't tell you how much the sun is such a great card. And that is going on here despite outward appearances maybe to the contrary. It's about hanging in there. It's about being nice. It's about staying in your dignity too. Like, you're not going to win this argument, okay? You're just not. And it may end up resorting to some down low, dirty things could be done if you keep at it. You know, we could get down to the Ten of Swords is not, it's the most pain, suffering, whatever you can endure in a reading in life. So there's a choice to make here. Don't push against it. Yeah, it's probably not fair whatever happened, but I think it's there to kind of push you to go in this other direction or take a new approach or go in another direction. And the sun is shining with you. So you do have the side of right on your side and the bigger picture. Even though right here in this moment it might feel like, you know, conflicts and, you know, I'm not getting anywhere. There are some brighter days ahead, and take that sunny attitude too. Don't get pulled down in this stuff, because whoever this is, they're just in misery themselves. That's obvious, right? They're a miserable person, and you know, you can't, it's not, in this case it would not be wise to fight fire with fire. This is about bide your time, build your inner strength, do what brings you joy, show what you can do. Just show your talents, skills, and abilities, which is another big factor of the sun card. You know, then you do have them, you know. And the sun showing up there says that this is going to be prevalent right now. Okay, let me go ahead and do the animal reading real quick for you guys. We're about to run out of battery. Hopefully we can get it done. Okay, what is the animal card for Libra for February 2015? Ooh, heron. I love the heron. It's one of my totems. Great blue heron. This says assertive authority and counsel. Okay, well, stay tuned. I'll be right back with the meaning. And thanks to everybody who has been commenting about having confirmation about the animal totems. It's confirmation for you and for me and everybody. And it's also confirmation about me going forward with my animal deck, which I'm going to tell you guys, show you some of the progress coming right up, as well as the definition for the heron. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. The great blue heron is a magnificent sight to see in flight or on the shores of water. They keep to their own self, and they fly on their own path, and they don't care what others think about them. So the heron, it's very unusual to see two herons together, because they totally go their own way, only to come together during mating times. They wade in the water, connecting them with the earth and the water as well as the air.
These are the tween places, representing the other worlds, nature and spirit. They're connected to the fairies and connected to accessing higher realms of consciousness. If Heron is shown in, it's time to fly your own path and stay true to yourself.
Before we go, I want to again just thank everybody for all your comments about how you've been getting confirmation on these animal totems. And I'm going to show you some of my where I'm at with the progress. And I think it's kind of cool. I showed it on the last astrology video about how we go from a sketch to then I take it into Illustrator, and then we go to, which is make nice clean lines and a vector drawing, and then I finish it off in Photoshop and with the final card and add a lot of texture and depth and color. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep showing you guys some. And while I'm showing you the rest of some of these cards that I'm doing, I wanted to ask again, I know I mentioned it in the astrology video, but I know I don't, like some of you don't watch the astrology and not the cards and vice versa. But I'm really looking for an app developer who has some knowledge of some of these mystical things. I really want to do a tarot app, and I'd love to do an app for this new animal totem cards. But even more so, I want to do an astrology app so much because there just isn't an astrology app out there that can do the things that I want to do. I've been mulling this around for a few years. I have detailed things of how I want it to look and operate and function. I just need somebody who knows code who can, you know, go ahead and maybe help me with that part of it. So go ahead, if anybody you guys know anybody, please email me and let me know about that. Back to the animal totems, like a lot of you, again, I know you don't watch the astrology, but I've been having so much confirmation, a lot of it coming from you, so definitely keep commenting and tell me about that. But the other thing on that astrology video, the last one I did for the Aquarius new moon, about 3 minutes and 40 some seconds in, this hawk just crashed into the window while I was doing the reading. You don't see it crash into the window, but you hear it. It's clunk, and I'm like flipping out, and I turned the camera onto the window, and you could see it in the bushes and the trees there, but it flew off. And I want to note that this is not a, yeah, confirmation about the animal deck, yes, but there's more to this. This window also is not like a big picture window outside of a deck. It's set back in a nook. There's a huge forsythia bush in the way. I mean, he was coming to me. It was pretty obvious. And if that window wouldn't have been there, it probably would have landed right on my shoulder, the way I was sitting. And it was this splat. I just see the splat of the, I hear clunk and I hear the splat of this thing. You can watch it, it's at like 3 minutes and 40 something. I don't know if I'll be able to put the thing on there. But I know what it was telling me. Because the hawk said a messenger. It's like, speak, you know, soar to new heights, be yourself, speak your truth. Because for a long time, I wrote a book. I wrote another book. And I want to thank everybody, too, who does do my astrology, tarot in the modern world book, you know, and likes it and everything. But I wrote a book of fiction. And the original idea actually came to me in the 90s. And I was mulling it around in my head. I finally started really writing it in 2011. And I published it in 2012, just for copyright purposes mainly. But I haven't come out about it, really. And I've been putting it off, and then I said, well, when the Uranus conjuncts the South Node, I'll definitely come out about it. And that's when that video was, the astrology video. And as I started the video, I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to talk about this book. And then crash, this hawk came out. So it's like, you better. It's like that hawk was telling me, you better talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it some more. I mentioned it in the other video, but as I said, I know a lot of you don't watch both. So here it is. It's a work of fiction, and it's called Starseed, A Pleiadian Tale of Love, by V.M. Lariv, which is a pen name. Lariv is an anagram of Verily, so that's how I came up with that. I drew the cover art. It's Athvar. You know, it's meant to be, it's a work of fiction, but it's also meant to be a teaching book, you know, and it's stuff about, you're going to learn, it's about the story of Rory Lang and her awakening, basically. And there's a lot of things in it, like on the line of the Celestine Prophecy, how it's a fiction story, but there's spiritual insights as well. So that's kind of the approach I was trying to take, although it's, other than that, the story's nothing like the, like that. It's a Pleiadian Tale of Love. It's meant to be like a paranormal romance. Like, as I said, I published it mainly just to copyright it because I was sending it out to some people. It's a good read. It's a short story. It's got some humor. I try to have some humor in it.
Rory's a bartender. You know, it's loosely based on some of my experiences, but it's still, you know, I would say 90% fiction. Okay. And then there's different people in there. Some of, like Helga is a composite character of all the great bar broads that I've known in my life. These older women who are just, you know, so the crazy things they've said and done and their strength. And I've just, you know, they definitely came up in the time when it was a man's world, but they made their own way. And I mean, it's meant to be humorous. But it needs a little going over. I imagine it would need an editor, work with an editor, or possibly my arm's getting tired, or a screenwriter, really, maybe even to help me like convert it into a script might be a nice way to go. But the universe is telling me to put out there. The hot crashing in the window was like, don't you dare chicken out. You put that out there. So I'm doing it. I'm putting it out here. You know, because really, I'm so into working on this animal deck right now. That's what I'm so focused on. But you know, I got to walk the talk. I'm listening to Spirit, and it's telling me to put it out. It's not for everybody. No, you know, it might be too far out there for a lot of people, but it might not be for others. And like a lot of the stuff, I had confirmation. Like watching videos of like Dolores Cannon. I didn't know about Dolores Cannon during the time that I was writing this, and when I watched a lot of her stuff and her information, definitely confirmed a lot of what I was getting, and tried to incorporate in this book. So that was nice confirmation. I'm so sorry to hear of her passing too, because I really thought she was such a cool lady. I wanted to meet her. I wanted to go to her thing in Arkansas, but you know, too late now. But anyways, you know, her work lives on. Okay, so this is it. This is Starseed. And again, thank you for everybody who's been buying and Tarot in the Modern World. And again, if you're watching this video to learn tarot, this is the book. You know, this kind of tells it all. Thanks for commenting and leaving stuff on YouTube and on Amazon, commenting and rating the book. I'm so grateful. Grateful for everybody who has, you know, commenting and donating and ordering readings and sharing and liking my videos. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.